At this time, I am now pleased to introduce our special guest who will deliver the special Goodwill messages. Dr. Emotimi John Agama, the Director General of Securities and Exchange Commission, is here present. SEC is the Nigeria's apex regulatory institution for the capital market. Dr. Emotimi is a distinguished economist, financial analyst, and management accountant. Dr. Agama brings over 3 decades of professional experience, including extensive expertise in capital market development, financial regulation, economic strategy, and institutional leadership. I have the pleasure and honor to now invite Dr. Emotimi Agama, Director General, Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Nigeria. Dr. Emotimi, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Woga, for the introduction. My name is Emotimi Agama, as has been stated earlier on. I bring you Goodwill from the Securities and Exchange Commission, Nigeria. So it's indeed a pleasure to deliver this Goodwill message on the 4th edition of the annual credit rating webinar, an event that is of great significance, particularly as we begin to appreciate the value of credit rating in Nigeria. On behalf of the management and staff of the Securities and Exchange Commission Nigeria, I commend DataPro and its partners with their foresight and dedication in convening this important platform that brings together regulators, financial institutions, credit rating experts, investors, and development partners to examine the evolving role of credit rating agencies in Nigeria's dynamic global economy. The theme of today's webinar, the role of credit rating agency in a dynamic global economy, is relevant and profoundly reflective for our times. It underscores the need for trust, transparency, and sound governance as the bedrock of resilient financial systems. As economics across the world contend with shifting global trends, geopolitical tensions, and technological transformation, the need for credible mechanisms that assess and manage risk has never been more pressing. Credit rating agencies, as you well know, play a critical role in filling this gap by providing investors and institutions with objective data-driven insights that inform sound financial decisions. Credit rating agencies remain a cornerstone of the modern financial system. They serve as a compass for both investors and issuers, guiding investment flows, pricing of financial instruments, and the access to funding. Beyond their exclusive and evaluative function, credit rating agencies contribute significantly to financial governance and discipline. Your work fosters transparency, encourages responsible borrowing and lending, and strengthens market accountability, all of which are essential for long-term capital market stability. In emerging markets such as Nigeria, credible and independent credit ratings are vital. They bridge information gaps, boost investor confidence, and guide capital toward productive sectors, thereby supporting national development and strengthening market participation. At the Securities and Exchange Commission, we recognize that well-functioning credit rating agencies are essential to the integrity of the capital market. The Commission remains steadfast in its commitment to maintaining a transparent and effective regulatory framework that promotes accountability, professionalism, and investor protection within the credit rating agency and industry, and in conformity with the standards of the International Organizations of Securities Commission. Furthermore, we will continue to strengthen our oversight over credit rating agencies, encourage the adoption of international best practice, and support innovation that enhances the credibility of ratings, especially in a fast-evolving financial environment. Our broader vision for the Nigerian capital market is one of inclusivity, depth, and resilience, a market that mobilizes long-term financing for infrastructure, enterprise, and innovation. In this vision, credit rating agencies serve as trusted partners in driving financial discipline and advancing transparency across market segments. As we look to the future, the path forward requires greater collaboration among all stakeholders. Regulators, rating agencies, investors, and market operators must continue to work hand in hand to foster credibility, consistency, and confidence within the financial ecosystem. By deepening partnerships and exchanging knowledge, we can build a stronger credit rating culture that not only reflects our local realities, but also aligns with international standards. This will not only position Nigeria, but indeed Africa, as a credible destination for sustainable investment and capital formation. Together, we can ensure that credit rating agencies remain relevant agents of stability and progress in an increasingly complex global economy. Once again, I commend the organizers for its consistency and commitment in hosting the 4th annual International Credit Rating webinar. Over the years, this platform has continued to foster meaningful dialogue, deepen understanding, and strengthen collaboration among key players in the financial system. May today's deliberations further enhance the role of credit rating agencies in promoting resilient, transparent, and dynamic financial markets across Nigeria and the wider African continent. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you so much, Dr. Emomotimi John Agama, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Nigeria, for your wonderful goodwill message and attendance despite your busy schedule. We also appreciate enormously your transformational leadership at SEC Nigeria and exemplary prowess in repositioning the capital market, as well as your election and role on the board of International Organization of Securities Commission, IOSCO, headquartered in Madrid, Spain. In line with your goodwill message, the dynamic global trends, geopolitical tensions, and technological transformation have further justified the urgent and continuous need for credible mechanisms that assess and manage risk. Hence, the focus of this webinar's theme could not have come at a better time. According to your goodwill message, it is necessary to maintain transparency and effective regulatory framework to promote accountability, professionalism, and investor protection within the credit rating industry to enhance mobilization of long-term financing for infrastructure, enterprise, and innovation, which will lead to economic growth and development. Through stronger partnership, cooperation, coordination, collaboration, and knowledge sharing among stakeholders, a stronger credit rating culture with local content realities, but also aligning with international standards and best practices. Hence, Nigeria, Africa, and the world will all be beneficiaries by attracting sustainable investments via capital inflows and formations. Once again, we want to profoundly thank you, Dr. Emomotimi John Agama, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Nigeria, for your attendance and delivery of your goodwill message at this webinar, despite your busy schedule. Thank you so much, the DG SEC.